What's up, everybody? I'm James. Welcome to Mechanical Mayhem. This is going to be an unboxing first impressions look at the Leo full weapon set from Bandai. This is an HG After Colony kit. Obviously, it's from Gundam Wing because it's the Leo. It's an Oz mobile suit. And I'm really pleased to have been able to track down a full weapon set box. I believe this was straight from Bandai. It said at least Bandai was selling it on Amazon, so if you're looking, you might still be able to find one on Amazon through that. In any case, it came really well packaged, so it was super safe. The box wasn't sealed like with any shrink wrap or anything, but then again, when I've seen Gunpla boxes in stores and whatnot, they don't tend, not all of them anyways, have had like shrink wrap on them or what have you. So, you know, that's neither here nor there, just an observation. So it's Gundam Wing's 30th anniversary, and I'm hoping we will see some stuff maybe get back into production to kind of celebrate that. And one of the things I'm hoping to see is your standard Leo, because it's currently kind of out of stock everywhere. So good luck. But this is the full weapon set. So this is a little bit different from your standard Leo kit. It's still the Leo green, but it's a full weapon set, meaning it contains the space type and the flight type Leo parts, as well as all the weapons and everything for the Leo. So that's really, really cool. And it's all in the Leo green because the space type and the flight type came in different colors entirely as a kit. So this is all in the green. If you don't want to have to worry about painting things up, but you want a space type, here you go, right? It's going to be a nice uniform in color if you want it that greenish color. Before we get started and actually look at the box and open it up, be sure to alpha strike that subscribe button, do the notification stuff, all the YouTube stuff about. You're smart people. Help me combat that algorithm, and we can together enjoy all cool mecha stuff. And more importantly than that, to me, although I definitely would appreciate it if you did that, is to leave a comment. Specifically, what is your favorite mass-produced grunt type mobile suit, and what do you think about this kit? For me, the Leo is my favorite mass-produced grunt type mobile suit, although I will say I'm a huge fan of the Dom and the Rick Dom, but I don't know if people would necessarily consider that grunt type, if you will. Anyways, with that said, this is the Leo, so being the full weapon set box is different from the standard kit, so that's why it's this monochromatic kind of green, if you will, and it's kind of plain. I like this subtle, subdued box, though, right? I think that's kind of cool. So we'll open it up, and we are greeted with bags of what I would call sprue, coming from standard scale model miniature wargaming stuff, but I know the Gunpla community calls runners, I believe anyway. I'm gonna constantly say sprue and runners together probably because just how I've been accustomed to saying things. In any case, I'm not going to open up the bags. That's going to be a lot of noise and make this take even longer. We'll just appreciate what's in the bag as best as we can see it with the glare of the lighting. But this is like a basic parts bag. I like how Bandai does their runners, I suppose. I just like the way that we can have multiple colors on one sprue piece, if you will. Some of it is solid opaque, some of it is not. Just really cool. I think they always do a superb job with the layout of everything as well. So pretty cool. This is kind of your internal-ish stuff. This is also like head detail pieces. Pretty nice. I dig it. From there we have weapons. You gotta love some guns and your two beam saber beams, because the Leo does have beam sabers and we need beams for those if you want him to use it. From there we have extra hands and a parachute pack that is technically the wrong color, but you just some extra pieces. Pretty cool. We also have flight type accessories. These are the jet nozzles that go on the legs, and then some other pieces as well, it looks like. I think those are like fuel tanks. I'm not sure, to be honest with you. Here is the flight type and the space type packs that can go on the back of the Leo to change it into either one. We also have the shoulder cannons, which is what I'm really looking forward to making use of in this particular build that I'm going to be doing eventually. Um, so yeah, shoulder cannons. We have the shoulder armor. Uh, the unfortunate thing about the space type pack is that the nozzles don't turn. So if you want to make it look like it's making a maneuver that's different from pose, you will have to cut and reposition and fill in that seam and everything else. But, you know, I suppose you could say doable. It's just extra work. Really like the shoulder cannons though. That was actually a deciding point of even getting this at all, was does it have those? And yes, it does. So I'm not even kidding. So I'm really glad about that. And this is kind of the rest of your base Leo. Uh, all done in the appropriately green or off-green parts to kind of be in line with the show. Your shield and leg pieces and everything else. So really, really cool. And there's the upper torso piece right here. Looking really good, looking really sharp. I'm liking what I'm seeing. So that's pretty cool. I've heard really good things about how this Leo kit goes together in general, and then this full weapon set bringing everything you need for the Leo into one kit is really cool. Plus, if you're going to paint it like I do intend to, um, if you find yourself a Space Leo or a Flight type Leo, you could easily just get that and then augment it with extra stuff from this kit, paint it up how you want it, right? So that's pretty cool. So we have the instructions. Now I have seen what the normal Leo instructions look like, more or less, and in video and in image form, and this isn't it. Because this doesn't tell you anything about color matching. This is more so how to build the Leo and specifically utilize um, the Leo pieces from the full weapon set to convert it up and personalize it. I'm not hating on it. Obviously, we need that, but I was really hoping to have the standard Leo instructions as well. I haven't obviously fully read this, but what is cool about these more modern kits is that we have English subtitles, if you will, underneath, some English translations for us non-Japanese speakers, which I really like. So, for example, this Gelgoog instruction doesn't have that at all. So you get to here, which is what I was really hoping to see in the Leo instructions, and I have no idea what paints those are that it's talking about the color match the Gelgoog. Now, I'm not going to be painting the Gelgoog. That was just an example. So I was hoping for the Leo's version of that, which I know does exist. I can just find that online. Hardly a deal breaker, nothing to really take even any points off for, because this technically is not the Leo kit, it's the Leo full weapon set kit. So, you know, they aren't wrong. So there's that. But yeah, I was hoping to have a right here already to know what to do for color matching. I'll have to look that up myself, or just read this a bit more in depth and see if it says anything in black and white. But still looks like pretty straightforward instructions to follow. Plus having the English, I call them subtitles, but just translation is going to be nice, a nice added bonus. The two prior kits I built didn't have any English either. All the kits that I've owned prior to this Leo, I bought back in 2008. So just to put it in frame of reference. Anyways, though, first impressions, initial impressions from a Gunpla novice is that this looks really cool. It's a smaller thing than the Gelgoog, being an HB kit, but I'm not always about the large, extravagant, crazy stuff anyway. And it's a Leo, and I feel like this is perfect Leo size, perfect Leo complexity, and what have you. So really pleased with that. End result is, or end thoughts, I suppose, not results, is that the full weapon set Leo kit definitely is a worthwhile purchase if you're a fan of the Leo. I know this has been said ad nauseum, but if you can get your hands on it now, it's great to have. Should the Leo get another production run, now you have extra weapons and MacGuffins you can use on a standard Leo kit, should it ever come back out, and that's really cool. So in a perfect world, if the Leo was constantly in stock, you would, get one of these, get a couple of Leos, and if you want to do even more than that, you maybe get another full weapon set and some more Leos and so on, right? That type of concept. But really digging it. My plans for this is to give it the full kind of Gunpla crazy treatment that you see out there as best as I can do anyway, which is why I want to find the correct colors to paint this thing up because I want to do the whole shebang, seam, fill, paint, everything, because I think the Leo deserves it. But that is after finishing this Gelgoop, which I slowly do on stream every now and again. So be sure to alpha strike that subscribe button if you want to be part of such a stream or check out future videos. But with that said, what do you think of this kit? Do you have one yourself? Did you get it back when they were always in stock? Have you built it? What are your thoughts? And most importantly, what is your favorite Grunt type mobile suit? Thanks so much for tuning in and stopping by. And until next time, take care.